Hi, as requested, here are the English versions of the tutorials with which I would like to explain the replay function of three programs. The first one is Open Broadcaster Software. That's a general program, everybody could use that, and then two graphic card specific programs. One of them is NVIDIA Shadowplay for NVIDIA graphic cards, and I don't have one of those, so I can't show it to you myself, but I tried to find a good English tutorial which explains this function. And the third one is AMD Gaming Evolved for AMD graphic cards, and I have one of those, so I will try to explain it to you myself. But we come to that at the end or in the description. Now let's start with OBS, Open Broadcaster Software. That's the program with which I'm recording right now, and it's a free program. You can just download it like that, and you will find the link to do so in the description. You just click on it, select your operating system, download it, install it. I think all of you can manage that. And then when we started it for the first time, we want to go to the settings and then broadcast settings and change the mode from live stream to file output only. Then we get this, we get a file path, and that's the file path for recordings. So if you want to record with this program, you can do that too, and then that's the file path where it will be saved. But more important for us is the replay buffer and the replay buffer length, because the amount of seconds you set up right here is the time that will be saved after something happened. For example, somebody killed you and it seems fishy and you want to save that. You just click your button and the last 15 seconds in our case now will be saved. And the program buffers this gameplay, these 15 seconds of gameplay in your main memory, and you can see how much space is used right here. And of course, if you increase the length of the buffering, the usage of your memory will be increased. But for our purpose, I think we don't need more than 60 seconds. Because when something happens, you notice that mostly right away and want to save the last seconds, not the last 20 minutes, something like that. And for my tests, I used this 15 seconds, and whenever I wanted to save something, 15 seconds was more than enough. And what I have to add to that, as it says in the description, it will buffer at least this many seconds. It's not exactly these 15 seconds. Most of the time I had 18, 20, 25 seconds, something like that. So it will be a little bit more, but never less. And in my opinion, as long as it's not less than we expect it to be, we are fine. Here you see where the replay will be saved, and of course you can change that if you click on browser. I changed it to one on my hard drive, and I named it replay, and then this $sign capital T means, as it says in the description, the full time will be added to the name of the file. So the year, the month, the day, and the time. And that's a great function because it's an important information when you met a cheater, and with this you don't have to write it down or memorize it, because it will be just added to the file name. So that's pretty cool. That's why I added it to the name. Now let's get over to the video settings. Here you can see your graphic card, and here the resolution of your screen. I think for most of you that's 1080p. If you have more than one monitor, you can select the one that should be captured, and down here you see the resolution of your video. If you don't want to capture with the resolution of your screen, you can downscale it right here, for example to 720p. Maybe don't choose less than 720p because you want to be able to actually see something on the video, what's happening there, and 720p is a good quality, and the file size won't be that high anyway. I mostly just use the full HD. Down here you can change the frames per second, but 30 is completely okay. I never used more, you don't need more. Here the audio settings, very quick. You don't need a microphone, so you can just disable that. You don't need to record that. This is the audio device that will be recorded, and I think normally it says default, what just means in the Windows settings you will record the audio output with the green hook right here, and if you don't change anything in the Windows settings and here it says default, you always will capture the in-game sound. The hotkeys, audio hotkeys aren't important for us, and the broadcast hotkeys, the important ones are start replay buffer and save replay buffer, because you have to tell OBS start now with the buffering. That's why you need this hotkey. Another option is you can use this arrow right here and say here start replay buffer. And the most important hotkey is this one, save replay buffer, because that's the hotkey you want to use when something happened and when you want to save the replay. So something happened in the game and you press this hotkey, and then you have, in our case now, the last 15 seconds saved. So this is the most important one. You want to keep this one in mind. Other than that, other settings are just general or advanced settings, which aren't important for us right now. Now we set up the actual capturing. Now we tell OBS what it should capture. And to do so, we need to create a scene. So we click with the right mouse button somewhere in this white square and add a scene. You can name that, for example, GRP. I already got one. I named it GRP2, and now the screen is black. And now we're back, because when you create a scene, of course it's empty. And I'm recording right now, so my empty source is just black. That's why it just went black. For you this is empty now, but I will continue to explain right here, so you see what I'm doing, because here I'm capturing the monitor. Now we actually tell OBS what video source it should capture, and now therefore we click with the right mouse button again in this white square and add a source. You could add a monitor capture like I'm doing right now, or easier is if you just select game capture, and then you can name it to, let's say, GRP, and here you can select an application. And you want to make sure you choose Ghost Recon Phantoms and not the launcher, so you actually capture the game. And then when we click OK now, we will jump into the game very quick. And we're back, because this is like in Photoshop or GIMP, these are layers, and which layer lies on top of the other one will be captured, or is the first who will be captured. And whenever I add a source, it will jump on top of the other ones. But for you will only have GRP right here, so it's not important, or you don't have to worry about that, just so you know what just happened. Now you can test the whole thing if really the game will be captured if you click here on preview stream. I can't use this option right now because I'm capturing, but we can also preview what I'm capturing right now. But then we will get this nice picture-in-picture effect. That's why I had this option. If you click with the right mouse button and select preview and click on enable view, it will be disabled, and I just did that so it's not, this whole thing is not disturbing us. And now with the preview screen you can see right here, okay, the game will be captured if I start the buffering or the recording. And I will disable that very quick now so it's not disturbing us. And that's all you have to set up. Now if you want to use this function, you just need to start OBS. Make sure the scene with GRP is highlighted because that's the one you will record or buffer. And then make sure you start the replay buffer. You can use your hotkey for that, or you could use this option and just click on start replay buffer. And then you will see down here it says buffering and the time will start to run up. Of course it says recording and the time is already running for me. But now you will see, it's working with this. And now you're buffering the whole 15 seconds every time. And when something happened, well, we can test it very quick. And if something happened, you want to save. So you just shoot at these people now. And then we'll be like, what happened here? I just shot these guys. Why are they up again? Something's not right here. I want to save that. So we just use our hotkey to save. And well, we can check that now if it's really captured. So we go into our directory where it should be saved, and there we have it. Replay 26th of October, 12:25, 41 seconds. Yeah, that's correct. And we take a look quick. And if something happened, and yeah, you just heard me twice because I'm recording my microphone, of course. And there you have it. It's as I said, it's more than these 15 seconds. It's actually now 23 seconds. But everything we wanted to capture is on this. So that's okay. And if we take a look at the file size, it's 56.2 megabyte, and we captured in full HD. It's not that big. You could upload this like that now onto YouTube or some other platform and send a link with the time and a description what happened to the support. Yeah, so far I hope it helped you. I hope you understood everything, and now you could continue with the NVIDIA tutorial or my AMD Gaming Evolved tutorial if you like. Anyway, I thank you for watching, and we see us in game. Bye, have fun.